So today we're gonna go a little bit further into the advertisement, the issue with advertisement, the preying of advertisers or advertising platforms, the predatory environment that exists because they're collecting all the data, they're trying to find out everything about you, trying to track as much as possible, extract as much data from you as possible. And that kind of predatory behavior needs to stop. So we're going to have a look at how we can make it stop. I'm just going to switch over. So one thing another user posted is there is a plugin. So for once, the idea is like by clicking on ads, you're causing the profile to get messed up because they're thinking you're interested in something that you're not. So instead of trying to avoid clicking on ads, by clicking on ads, you can actually cause, for once, your profile to being messed up, and also see that advertisers not gonna gain any conversion from like using profiling on, or using profiling in general. But here's just one thing that I found interesting is that one user posted something. I will not speak this out because I think that's why it's hidden, but I could not see this comment. So when I go like into community, it's not here. It doesn't show up. Then and this comment is hidden. If I like refresh, so you don't see it here. Like I have to go on newest first, and then I see it. But it doesn't even show up in my own like comment section in my, like for my videos. It doesn't show up, and it's being hidden. Which means there must be something interesting about this, right? So I clicked on it, and it's basically talking exactly about what I was talking about. So there was already like a solution for it out there. So clicking on it, so you don't have to. So it's an automatic clicker. It clicks automatically on advertisement. And then I guess we can like have a look at like it even shows you like a map of all the ads that it clicked on, which is pretty cool. So I haven't tried it out yet, but here's also like a video.
As data hoarding corporations keep sabotaging the constitution of the Do Not Track standard, and ad networks keep selling our profiles behind our backs, we are left with no choice but to fight back. From the studios that brought you TrackMeNot, the browser extension that keeps searching to obfuscate your search queries, comes yet another data obfuscation plugin, Ad Nauseum, clicking ads so you don't have to. The Ad Nauseum.
Okay, I don't want to play it too much because like there might be things said that shouldn't be said, you know. But another thing I found interesting, this was 10 years ago. So it's only now I think like it might be gaining traction because people being fed up with like this braying of those platforms and tracking and everything. But yeah, so one thing I thought like I just wrote a couple things out how I think it's gonna play out. So basically how it works. We can also have a look real quick first at why we even want to do it in the first place. So why do we not want to have ads? Or like, why would someone not want to have ads or profiling in general? Because like search engine tracking, they collect all the search queries you make, the results you click on, what you like, the people you interact with, the groups you join, the times you spend on a post or on social media or on a page sentiment. So like how you feel about the things that you post, with what kind of sentiment you're posting. Then you have like location, everything, like where you're located, everything, what kind of device, the things you buy, then demographic, your age, gender, email, phone, education, employment, the languages, your orientation, or your political association, health info, whatever. Like it's just so much, and just it keeps going and going and going. So that's why we maybe not want to have advertisement, right? Because it sprays, like it tries to people try to collect so much about you so that they can like really target individuals with advertisement. But yeah, how I see it playing out. So we have an advertisement that uses the profiling data for the ads, right? So, and then social media is going to display the ads. You have the user that's being fed up and then clicks on the ad with no intent. Then what happens when user keep clicking on ads without an actual intent of buying is that the advertiser sees, oh, there is like no conversion. Like it's useless to actually advertise it because like no one is actually buying it, or it's too expensive to run the ad for what someone gets back. Then the advertising platform loses a customer because the customer sees, oh, well, there's no point in using profiling data or like using that advertisement platform because it actually does not bring me any customers. Then just profiling in general becomes less profitable for the advertisement platform. And when I talk about advertisement platform, we could say like social media, because that's basically where 90% of all advertisement is being like put on. But then also like by clicking on ads, it causes a tainting of a user's profile, right? Like if you click on ad or you visit a website that you have actually no intent of visiting, but you do it anyway, then suddenly someone thinks, oh, you're interested in this, or you visited that. So like that must mean you interested in maybe doing this or doing that, which you not even are, but like because you're visiting all those websites, it taints the profile that someone has on you, right? So the profile that someone has on you becomes less, the quality of the profile is just going down, right? So, and then if enough people do it, the entire thing just like profiling in general is just, or advertising in general just doesn't become profitable. And well, if there's no incentive to collect data or profile someone, then like, why still do it, right? If there's no money behind it, then no one is really interested. So I thought like I bring this up. So this is apparently a plugin that lets you click on advertisement automatically, which I think is perfect. I already have Brave, which blocks ads, but blocking ads and actually clicking ads is a complete different thing. With blocking ads, you still keeping a very good profile about yourself, right? Because you don't visit things you don't want to visit. You don't click on ads you don't want to click on. So the profile that is being created or how you tracked and everything, all your data is still very, based on the quality of it, is still very good. So it's more you're avoiding to see some ads, but it doesn't really, how would I say, it doesn't fight back. It doesn't change anything about the environment as a whole, right? Only by clicking on ads, it would change something about the environment. So I thought like maybe I can install it. So I don't know if I can do that right now or if I just like do that on my own time. Let me just have a quick look. Okay. So I will do it But from the looks of it, so let's see. When was the last update? Oh, 3 days ago. So it's still actually quite active. So it's not an old plugin that has not been used. And based on the amount of stars and forks, like you can see that it's gaining traction. So there are already like some people that definitely know about it. So that's good. So there's an up-to-date plugin that actually clicks on ads automatically for you, so you don't have to do it manually. So like you could do it manually, right? Like you can, every time you see an ad, you actually click on it and it costs $1 for that impression towards the advertiser without actually seeing a return on it. Or you can have just this plugin which makes it automatically. So yeah, I think that is whether or not how I stand to it. Like there could be some moral aspects to it, right? Like we could say like whether or not like it's right to do this or it's not right to do it. But I think we're like in this predatory environment where I think like at this point, like, yes, we can do it, or like it's expected to happen regardless whether or not like someone feels like morally there might be something wrong about it. The only thing I don't really like is obviously like you have like local small businesses that that might use advertisement and they need a leg up, right? If you talk about big businesses, like they don't need that, but like a small business might need that leg up. But at the same time, the fewer customers social media platforms or advertising platforms have, the less they have an incentive to use profiling, right? And from what I've seen for myself, is also like that local advertisement works a lot better than using social media. So I, for myself, also tried in recent couple months, like advertising on platforms. And I've seen myself, the thing that works 10 times better is like to have like a little like business card or something and then put it up in like on a message board or something that works like 10 times better than any kind of online stuff. So yeah, I don't think it's going to get better anyway. So the more people are being fed up with it, the more people are going to like raise the price for some advertisement that in the end does not bring a return. And yeah, what I think is a shame is really that it got so centralized and so consolidated into just Facebook. Before you would have like advertisement, you would have like someone have like a website or a page and they would have like a space for like advertisement. And they would actually pay their own server or web hosting based on that advertisement. They would maybe have a forum. And now it's just all consolidated. And there is not a single person that really does make something through advertisement. It goes all towards Facebook. Before it went to like the users, right? The user would have a page up, would have some advertisement and could make a little bit of money from their website to pay for the hosting and maybe have a little bit of an extra. But that was all taken away. It all got so consolidated that now like the regular user does not see anything from the ads, right? Anyone that has a Facebook group or something or hosts a Facebook group, has a page on Facebook, they don't see anything from ads. They're not getting like anything back from having ads displayed, right? So like it all went towards Facebook instead how it was before, where like the web or the internet was like wide open. Everyone had their own pages and like whoever like had an interesting page that attracted users would also make a little bit through advertisement, but it got so consolidated that no, like the user itself doesn't see anything. It basically got stolen from users, you could almost say. Now, so monopolized that a regular user or the regular people don't even see anything from ads or an ad revenue for like, and making a page or website that's outside of Facebook is like hopefully coming back at some point, but it really got centralized and consolidated. But yeah, so that's a shame. But I think like that's where we're heading, regardless of not whether you do it or someone else does it or not do it. I think that's where it's heading in general by society. I think more and more people being fed up, they are going to install that plugin and have automatically the ads clicked on, which produces costs. And also like eventually the advertising platform is going to lose like a customer because they don't see like anything from it, any return from it. So yeah, I would say like install it if you feel fed up. Maybe even like install it for people that you care about, you know, that are not as tech savvy, but having it installed for them. So like they're preying on like elderly or like your family or whatever, like is stopping this predatory kind of environment, that there comes an end to it. But yeah, that's just some thoughts I have to it. I wanted to show you that plugin. Again, I'm going to show it to you, that you know like where to find it or what it's called. And yeah, give it a try. I'll try it myself and tell you like how it is, how well it works. But you can do it too. And yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next video.